What's up, everybody? This is Ben and Zach. Welcome to the District Spotlight, your premier platform for independent music.
Yes, episode 5 we are doing today. Can't believe it's already this fast. Really excited. This is going to be a good one, guys. I can already feel it. And if you haven't been here before, first off, thanks for coming back. If you haven't been here before, it's really simple. Just think about it. Amazing music, great music is being made all around us at all times. We wanted to create a platform that the artist and the audience can go to get spotlighted in independent music. So thanks for coming back. We really want to help out these people. And if you can help us out, help you out, please like, comment, subscribe so we can keep doing this stuff. We really, really want to hear your feedback. We got a great audience right now. Just talk to us. See what we can do better. See what you like. We'd really appreciate it. And if you do nothing else, check out these guys' music. Just press play. We'd appreciate it. Today in the chair, we got a really special guest. He's a man of many talents, musically, not just a composer, but also takes his music to another level, uses it, looks at it like a business, uses it as a vehicle. Very talented musician and also very skilled, experienced entrepreneur too. Please give it up for Alex Franc.
Hi.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Thank you very much
buddy.
for having me.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Glad to meet you today, man.
Yes, no, it was phenomenal. We've crossed paths so many times online, and I've been like, these guys are out here killing it.
Dude, I love putting
Appreciate
a face
that.
to like the name, and you guys stay in contact with us. You share our stuff, we share yours. I mean, it means a lot, and that's like the whole point of all this. You know
Community.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You connect. Someone that we know that you don't might hear your stuff, and
Exactly.
and
Interconnectivity within the city. People are
Amen to
like
that.
so scared to rep Indianapolis nowadays.
yeah,
I don't know why. And maybe it's because they don't really see what's going on. That's kind of how I look at it. Because when I
think so.
started getting involved and started to see like the actual culture that was the potential of it, I got excited. I wanted to really rep indie. You know what I mean? I started buying like indie T-shirts and stuff. Like
No, for sure. And there's so many really great ways to like rep and support Indianapolis. But I think like, I don't want to say any blanket statements about the music industry right now, but it tends to be easier to just follow a specific path and follow like avenues that have already kind of been predetermined. A lot of other cities can offer that, but like Indianapolis, you've got to really have the creativity and the ingenuity to like make your own path and go, no, this is my avenue. This is my niche. No one's here helping me or walking me or holding my hand. But like, if I want this, I can be here. There's a community for it,
Yeah.
but you've got to cultivate and community or create that with your peers and stuff like that.
And I think it's going in a really good direction right now. I mean, we're not just the only people doing stuff. We got a lot of great artists coming up as well. We wouldn't be here without those artists, first off. There's a couple places. Soundspace is doing really well right now. I really like what they're doing.
when you're connected with them, right?
Yeah, so I'm an artist rep through Soundspace. So they
Dope.
reached out to me early on. I kind of met Tom, one of the A&R guys there at Soundspace at a gig. I was playing Big Lug on 86th. It was a really cool little meet cute. I had a guy, an older gentleman, who disliked how loud my set was. But as an artist, I don't control how loud the shows are.
Yeah.
Like the owner of the bar comes up and he's like, here's your levels. I want you this loud. Or in that specific show, he turned me up twice because I was playing too quiet. But an older gentleman came up with me. He had a problem with how loud I was. Turned me down. I was livid. I was so mad. I was like, this is my last song. I'm like halfway through my last song. You could just sit and not say anything. But he turned me down. I was like a couple tables over. There was a couple, and they called me over. They were like, that was really lame. Like, you know what? You're a great artist. Would you like to come talk to us more about music? And I was like, oh, my gosh, yes.
That's cool.
It was Tom. And so, yeah, it was a really cool connection. That was early on in their stages, and now they've been able to develop and have their own beta location now on Mass Ave where they're actually starting and launching. Yeah.
Cool. So you're like I said, you're a man of many talents. You play, you produce, you play guitar, a little bit of piano. You're a really good singer, really good songwriter.
Thank you.
Where did that all start? Like, can you give us just a little background on where this journey started for you?
Yeah. I think I kind of got lucky a little bit. So like I learned a lot of work ethic and stuff before I really dove into music. Music was given to me early on by like my grandfather. He had a love for playing music. He had a band with his brothers when he lived in Puerto Rico. He was from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And he moved to New York probably when he was late 20s, early 30s to raise a family. And so like that's where my love of music. My parents, I love them to death. They're the most supportive musical parents in the world. No one else could top them. But My dad cannot play a musical note. Not one or two. My mom is, they can sing. They sing in church. They have beautiful voices because I love them. But, you know, like, they were not pursuing musical careers by any means. So I really learned a lot of my work ethic in, like, baseball and sports growing up. And I didn't, like, dive too heavy into music until I was right around, like, 13, 14. That was when I started figuring out work ethic. And I was like, okay, you do reap rewards from putting effort into working hard. And so, yeah, music kind of stayed along the way. But after high school, I was 18, 19, I was like, this is what I want to do. Yeah. And they clicked. I was like, I'm not playing baseball. I'm not doing sports. Yeah, I'm going to.
That's when you knew you wanted to be in the music
I'm going to siphon every bit of what I could learn in life right into the music industry.
And then you just kind of started your own. Were you already putting out music? Were you already creating music this time?
I've always been a musician. Like I said, I always learned music. I started producing at a younger age because I kept music around me. Still doing sports, but 14, 15, started producing beats, started producing like rap songs for kids in my high school. And then, yeah, as I got into college, I went to college for music. And right before I went to college, I put out this really crappy little acoustic EP that is called Words I Say in My Head. I don't rep it that much because it was a different name than my artist name now. I was really young. I sat down with my parents at the dining room table. We made the business model. They refused to let me even try and release music if I didn't do it the right way. And did that, went to college, and then after a year of college, that record was able to land in the hands of Ben Cannon. And he was like, you know what, dude? Like, this is not bad. You could actually rock with this. He invited me out and got me a gig here in Indianapolis. That was in 2016.
Spark Joy
Music. So
shout out.
I got connected with them, and yeah, I stayed happy with them for about 2.5 years.
That's cool. And that was doing like Skyline sessions and stuff.
He's on to, I'd like to say bigger and better things, but it's just like, if you've ever watched someone or even a mentor like multiply by 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, you know what I mean? It was
like what he's doing in his talents and stuff.
It's incredible to see him grow every single year. And I've only met him at the latter, years, not latter years in his career. Like, I missed obviously his 20s and 30s of figuring out his business stuff. He's more of a mentor to me than more of a peer. So
that's cool.
Now seeing him, I'm like, dude, you were starting this independent record label, which I've always loved and been obsessed with, and then he's moved on to doing, events and series and big theaters and stuff. I don't want to give his stuff away because he's got his story to tell. But
right.
Yeah, it's been incredible.
Yeah, we definitely want to connect more with him for sure. So doing all, like, you've done a lot of shows, done a lot of tours.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked about it a little bit. The culture here for the music scene isn't the most, blooming right now. It's definitely coming up. But how do you think? I'm just curious. I feel like seeing it firsthand. How do you think we could make it better? How do you think we could get more engagement from the community?
Yeah. Well, I started playing shows here about 2.5, 3 years ago, like a lot, and enjoying the small scene that there was. But I was really just being softballed up shows. You know what I mean? Like, I was a younger artist who didn't have a fan base, so I was building. So people, it was really common for me to show up to a show and it'd be the first time they hear me. And that was really common for me for like 2 years. Now I'm getting to the point where like maybe 2 to 3 people are like, bro, I've heard all your stuff. Okay, cool. We have a foundation. So
yeah.
I think this town just has like a really intense transfer period. You know what I mean? It's not like Nashville where you can literally drop one song. Everyone talks so much. They're going to know. They're going to know they dropped that song. Oh, he's got 500,000. He's got 500,000 streams on Spotify. Whoa, that's the new guy. We've got to talk to that. Like there's not 500,000 people in the city. Like, it's good. Like, that's normal. That's what should be happening. But I think people need to just be organically putting things together now. You know what I mean? Like, people are more going, why don't people know my songs? And why are these events not selling out? I think we've just got to look at it a little bit more positive and go, you know what? Maybe we should create more events and create more series. Find stuff that works, because a lot of stuff right now works, but not that I want to see things die, but I want to see things kind of like give it another go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cool. I'm like, you're really great with that. Why don't you restart and do it one more time and get it perfect? You know what I mean? And then like a lot of events who do that end up really blowing up and doing well. I know Shreese and, a lot of other festivals have started doing really well. So I think it's going to come along with like the creativity of people who are putting together events.
Because it's getting better.
And in a world
Curating
today,
those.
this is all music industry today. You can't, I believe this, you can't just go, hey, we're going to host a show. It's going to be $5. This artist, show up. Like, you've got to offer a little bit more. People want to see a little bit about what the show's going to be about on social media. People want to see who else is going to the show.
Maybe where the show, like
where's the show at? What's the venue going to look like?
Yeah.
You know, are there going to be refreshments? I
Kinda
mean, like,
see, feel it.
people are pros nowadays with social media and with events. Like, you can't just, you know what I mean? It's not a college show city. You don't just throw $5 house shows and think you're going to exponentially grow. You can for sure, but I think growing in the city, like 317 music scene, and
it's
competing
different.
against, I don't want to say competing against other cities, but we definitely want to see Indianapolis artists come up and give everyone a run for their money. So it's going to be in the cultivation of those kind of events, I think.
Okay, cool. I like that answer actually a lot. What's your favorite song to play live?
Favorite song to play live is a
Just
song
curious.
that is unrunreleased right now. That's yeah,
cool.
Which I'm about to begin promoing. I'm going to the
Dope.
studio to finish it up. The one and only Bram has worked on it before. It's The Bigger Picture. So that's the first time I've ever announced
Whoa,
a song right here. I just kind of threw it
Let's
out
go.
Oh, yeah.
I
You
played
heard it right here.
I've only played it once live. It's hilarious, I say,
That's
because I've
fun.
played some of these other songs literally hundreds of times. But I think now that I make the transition into like the newer music that I'm making, a lot of these songs are translating.
Yeah, speaking
a
of
lot more
that,
clearly.
speaking of the newer music, me and Zach talked about this a little bit. You know, your newer music on, you know, the platforms was kind of electronic and stuff, and how you know, it's totally different from when I listened to Moon, and then I turned
Walls.
into your
I love Walls.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah. No, it was a completely different like mindset going into those projects, and a different hat I was wearing as a producer too, because when I made those projects, I talk about this a lot. When you're brand new artists, and you're trying to go and do a lot of shows or trying to really make a splash in the scene, obviously the name of the game is like content. Like, what do you actually have as an artist? So I had to just catch on. I had to just get something quicker. Not that I was saying I rushed the project, but I was like, new music within the next 3 months.
Yeah.
And so I took an incredible band into the studio. The name of the band is Bobby Maroney Trio. And we went in there, we cut that record, or two of those records. We cut 2 records together. And I recorded those at Azimuth Recording, it's up over near Broad Ripple. Like,
kind of the north side, east side area.
yeah, and which is an incredible recording studio. Worked with Carrie Goodspeed, came in and engineered for me. And then when I was a producer on that project, you know, it's really different to sit with a rock band. And we did a live tracking. We did not like punch in, you record guitar, you record drum. I was like, here's a song, let's practice it 2 or 3 times. And then we record 4 songs in 2 days.
Cool.
Just live tracking.
That's cool.
And then I went back and did the new vocals because I'm a diva and I'm a perfectionist. But no, it was really incredible. So that was the role I took with that. With the new music, I've taken an entire year to write, produce, really take the time to dive into what I want each song to feel like. And so it's been a lot more hands-on, no time restrictions. I'm really just going at my own pace. And as I acquire as I acquire my vision for what I want to release this year, it just feels a little bit more natural with some of the music. I didn't know this song was going to be the song I was going to start with until I got visuals back from Bram, and then I was like, well, this song has incredible visuals, and everyone likes this one the best, and I'm, you know, testing it out too, and people are coming back to me like, this is the best song you ever wrote. And I'm like, okay. I'm going to stop pushing this song as the first single then.
Yeah.
I'm going to focus this. Everything is kind of lining up.
Feedback.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the feedback for sure. Like, all I want is more feedback.
Right.
All I want is more feedback. I'm not worried about like judgment ever. I'm never worried about judgment. Like, what if I like it or don't like it? Or people say, I don't want to tell you that I don't like this part in your song. And I'm like,
please do.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm a painter. I chose the color red because I wanted the color red. You're not going to disrespect me because I chose red. Like, I wish I would have chose blue. That's okay. You do it again. You could choose blue, but my songs are always perfect when I hear them. So when I look for feedback, I'm more looking like, how can I develop this product to be better for the market and stuff like
kind of meet in the middle.
that. Just a little bit.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
So,
I like that.
Speaking of growing and goals and stuff, are you doing anything different to like promote your music like differently than you did a couple years ago, or like how have you grown? You know,
as a musician and artist, So I think how have I grown? The past year has just been growing, and
Mm-hmm.
my goals have just been growing and building related only. So, the past couple years, not all I did, but what I did to promote a lot of my music and push my music career forward was in tandem with being signed to a record label myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did a lot of like storyboard campaigns with people, you know what I mean, with Ben and with the label, and going, hey, we're going to market this and we're going to achieve these goals. So that was incredible for me, especially going from like 18 to 20 basically, and then taking my 21 year off. This past year, 21, was definitely just growing and building and funneling all of the ability to be done in-house for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to keep going out and finding new booking agents and finding new management teams, and because it's about a team. Like, I can do all of these things, and several people can do all of these things, but what I care about is having a team that I can network back to and communicate with. You know what I mean? That's what's important to me. So I took the entire last year and really rebranded and have a team of some of the most motivated and incredible employees you could ever ask for.
Super cool dudes.
Yeah.
I know
Yes.
so
All of
far.
them are incredible.
Heard
They're
good
all
things.
highly motivated. They bust their butt for me, and
They believe in it.
Yeah, they believe in what we've got, and I believe in them, honestly, more than them. They've picked me up more times than I've been like, come on, you guys can do this. They're like, nah, you need to keep going. So
That's cool.
it's been a great relationship. So building the platform to do all that stuff in-house. I'm going to be able to do merch in-house now.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing booking in-house, so it's going to be my marketing and my management team. And
Mm-hmm.
I really like that,
So-
man. You talked like about how you got a really great opportunity. You instantly humbled yourself, learned from the people that are doing things where you want to be doing, and then made it your own. Kind of took that year and actually turned it into something that you can work with and you can create and make
Thank
it your
you.
own. That's really cool, man. That's really cool. Like, that's when I first started business. That's what they were like, year one, learn, absorb.
Yes.
Year two, use it. How can you start growing on your own? And we're
Yeah.
talking about Matt Black, right? Like,
yes,
the
Matt
team-
Black Records, sorry.
Matt Black Records,
The team
yeah.
Matt Black Records, yeah, it's so me, myself, Alex Franc is the CEO. We've got Alex Mark as our president. Cole Wilkerson is creative director and kind of covers all of the kind of creatives that we've got involved, which is a lot. We've got a lot of content.
Were you guys all friends before all this got put together?
Yeah. Sorry, just coming in. It's just Dan Asbury, COO,
Mm-hmm.
and Jonathan Pierce as content creator, and he manages some of our social media. But no, we have a really cool story. Dan is from our hometown. Me, Cole, and Alex Mark are all from the same hometown. Me and
Is
Cole,
that from Mindy?
Elkhart, Goshen area. It's like
Okay.
3 hours north.
All right.
And it's really funny because we like went to the same high school. Me and Alex, we co-own a business now, but like we sat next to each other in stats class and like
Fire.
shot the shit and made fun of like the awful teacher we had and slept together and like cheated off homework. Like that was us in high school. It was hilarious. And then Cole also, he was part of the crew. Like I had a bunch of classes with him. Our friends were the same friends. It was whenever you got into trouble, you were like, oh, shit. Dan went to a neighboring high school, and we competed with him so hard. I hated that school. I hated
In sports or just like
sports. Yeah, we were so competitive. I was just hated that school. And so, yeah, I knew he was over there. He's a great dude. They liked him. I never got a chance to know him too much. So
Yeah, but
I
it
was-
goes to
yeah, I was a jerk. And then and then we met up again a couple years back after I get into the city, and we're like, nah. We were competitive in high school, but
we can
also
put that aside. The
well,
high school.
we almost love it a little bit more now because you play your friend
Yeah.
in like a video game or something, or play him in ping pong, and then you're like, I hate this dude. But then after you're like, but I would totally play ping pong with you though. Like you was a good one, dude. Like yeah. So we found a way to cherish it as adults. We're laughing about it because we just think it's funny. It's
Yeah, that
cool.
is funny, man. It's rare too
Yep.
to find cool people like that.
Yep.
That can believe in the same vision and stuff.
Mhm.
Now, do you guys feel like you got a lot going on this year? Do you feel any pressure behind it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think yes and no, because I tell people like right now, or I've been telling people the past couple weeks, is like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. I'm executing the plans that I'm supposed to be executing. I'm living my own life, not trying to follow in anyone's footsteps. So I feel really in control. Whenever you do that, like, because it doesn't matter if I mess up. I'll just be like, that's what I planned to do. We're learning, but like,
Yeah.
no, I feel really in control with the way we're going. I feel a lot of pressure to like do my best That's where it really comes in, because I see a mentor like Benjamin Canner. I see some of my other musician friends who I really respect and want to help. You know, like my whole real big concept for turning around and being part of the music industry as a CEO with the Matt Black Records was to help, because I knew I can do more than just be an artist in this community. We can all do more than just like sing a song. Come on. Yeah. To maximum, I know you're an artist. Maximum, you're playing 3 gigs a week. If that's all you want to do for the music industry, like, that's okay, but just don't be upset when people don't remember your name. I don't want that to be harsh, but it's real. You know what I mean? So I knew I could do way more. So for me, the pressure comes in just delivering my best and knowing that I can do better and working on my relationships, my friendships. I'm trying to like really develop the person and the artist that I'm trying to lead for, or the life I'm trying to lead for 15, 20 years. I want to build a career and life out of this. So it's not about the quick, I'm trying to get $50K to spend it all on a chain. I don't care about that.
Right.
I tell people all the time, like, why am I trying to get $50K? Dude, I'm trying to send my kids to private school sometime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm trying to buy a house. Like, you know what I mean? I want to have a family. I want my wife to be able to just relax and like work, but also like we have goals. Yeah. I have family goals and life goals. So it's about building things right this year. The pressure's in not rushing myself and making sure we stick to the path.
Doing your best at the same time. Mm-hmm. That's cool. I like what you said about that. Like, you know your potential. Can you hit it kind of thing?
Yeah, for sure. And cool. If I don't, it's not as bad, because when you surround yourself with the positive people like that you know, I could go up to any of the people I really feel like I care about their opinions. So even when I fail, they'll be the ones to point out, dude, look at all the stuff you just learned. Yeah. You just did this, and this. I threw an event at the Healer on November 22nd, early last year, and it was the first show that we ran as a group as Matt Black Records, and I was one of the artists on the ballot. It was crazy to me because it was the first time I'd put on an event and been on the bill of an event. Yeah. So, you know, been behind the scenes talking about like really all of the things that go into the event, and also me and Alex going, okay, we're footing the bill for this event. We're not that music's about money, but money goes into it. Yeah,
of course.
Money moves, money talks. So it's like, we were protecting ourselves. We wanted to throw an event, but we didn't want to go in and just lose $10,000. You know. So from being on both sides and feeling both stresses, I was shaking up. I was definitely like, yes, sound check. Who needs help doing what? That's over there. The bathrooms. Do we have trash bags? I've never asked for trash bags. Right. Do we have trash? Okay. And toilet paper in that bathroom, and I'm gonna go and tune my guitar. You know, it's a little bit of everywhere, but like, I don't know. I love it for sure. I'm ADD, so whenever I can control it, I'm like, let's get it. Yeah. Boom.
So speaking of events, you guys have anything planned, like upcoming or any?
We do have some really cool events coming up that I'm really excited about.
Any you can talk about, or?
Yeah, I think I could talk about them for sure. A lot of developmental stuff. Like I said, we're learning this year, so I feel really comfortable talking about some of our events, because don't expect to come to one and then come to a second and have it be the same thing. Cool. They're gonna continue to upgrade and grow. So I'm hosting a couple more events this year. So the priority has been taken off being 100% just a musician, obviously, and being kind of a business owner and part of the community, more of an MC and host, and like more of an events builder, and and coordinator, and also an artist. So I'm trying to kind of handle both parties a little bit. So I'm hosting a writer's block party, which is basically like a songwriter's featured songwriter night at Soundspace, which I'm going to be able to bring in artists, kind of give them a platform to sing a couple of their songs. We're looking to kind of record it in the Soundspace location and just make a really cool video for them to promote themselves. Do an interview, cool, that's very cool. Kind of an interview like style, where I can talk to them a little bit about their songwriting, because I want artists, the goal of the event is for artists to talk about their music. Yeah. They release music and then they talk about themselves, but no one talks about their music and what went into their songwriting and what line. If you know what I mean? Like, people find out the weirdest, coolest stuff about me when I'm showing them demos and we find this weird line. So
that's awesome.
That's what that event's for. We're going to run that a couple of times this year. Bobby Donnelly is going to be our first artist on that. Right on. We're going to have some incredible artists stepping up to play for that. And then I'm also hosting a hip-hop cypher night at Soundspace. Dope. Yeah, that's going to be really, really incredible. That night elevated way more than what I can even fathom, because I've got a couple people on board who are just whizzes.
We gotta talk more about that. That'd be cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got Grant Husselman. He's the head producer at Soundspace. On that, we're collaborating on a lot of the beats we're going to use. We're going to bring out a couple rappers.
That's so sick.
And kind of throw an entire event, give each one of them a featured, 10-minute set, and then use that as a networking night for producers and for artists alike. So that night's going to be, that one I know the hard dig is going to be right around February 28th, February 29th.
Nice.
Whoa. But
Keep a
definitely check
lookout.
the Mappy Records Instagram page for the hard dates.
Yeah, that pumps
That's
me
cool.
up.
That pumps me up too. We are running out of time, but I do want to just kind of ask just a couple more quick questions. Nothing crazy.
shoot
If you have
away.
any advice, because you really experienced, I feel like.
Thank you.
You know what you're talking about. If you had any advice to you 3 years ago, or a new artist just getting out of high school that wants to start this career, what would you say?
I'm gonna say the advice, honestly, I at least want to hear, and this is the worst. And I'm starting to understand this more as a latter musician. But if you really believe in what you've got, and you really trust that you're doing what's right with your music and with your songs, just have faith, relax. It's gonna be fine. A lot more pictures paint themselves than you think. A lot more songs write themselves than you think. I think the biggest thing I did to not spoil the short path I've already been given is hyper stress and hyper anxiety over every little thing, when in reality, if you just trust yourself, you continue to tell yourself, I like these songs, these are good songs, I can sing these to anyone right now and they're gonna enjoy them, and I have opportunities in front of me. I'm gonna keep growing. You know what I mean? It's about sitting back, having faith, because that poise is more powerful than almost anything. I've learned more from watching people be just completely calm and collected than the guy who's pitching himself so hard to everyone. You know what I mean? The guy who walks around, he's like, hey, just so you know, I'm opening for MC Hammer at this casino, and also I'm doing this and on the side. And that's a real thing. And I'm like, you're not building credibility. You're not. You think going around and grinding and doing all this stuff and over freaking out about every single event.
Kind of let it speak for itself.
Yeah, just kind of relax, let things happen for themselves, and they'll fall through as long as you follow your plan,
your heart.
Yeah.
Stay
I was
true
gonna
to your heart.
say you follow your heart, you follow the music and stuff like that. It's cliche to say, but
Cheesy, yeah.
but you write the songs
I mean,
and let
dude,
them go.
shit's true though. You know what I mean? I mean, when it comes to anything, and even if you don't know what it is that you're gonna do at this moment, follow that heart, that vision, and then it will come together.
Yeah, and not follow blindly, bust
Right.
it, cause
Yeah.
sprint.
Right.
Yeah, humans can sprint forever. Everyone says, "Oh, there's X amount. I can only run this far, this fast." No, you can't. Humans can just keep sprinting. You can just keep sprinting. That's the annoying part. Everyone wants to be able to kill themselves with overworking themselves. It's not gonna happen. Yeah. You can just bust it out.
Right on, dude. This was freaking awesome.
Yes. Thanks for
This
coming
is
on,
freaking-
man.
Thank you
I
so much
know
for
you
having
guys
me.
like this. I know you did. This is Alex Frank in the studio at the District Spotlight. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you
Please
so
check
much
him
for
out.
having me.
Matt Black Records as well on Instagram. Alex Frank on Instagram. Check out his YouTube as well. I think you got some stuff going on there. iTunes, Spotify, all the plugs. We'll have it all in the link as well. Thank you so much. Premier platform for independent music. Peace out.